Days after an 18-year-old man was shot and killed by a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy, we are learning more about Christopher Thompson, the man investigators say shot first. The credit union where the shooting happened opened its doors for the first time since shots rang out on Friday. News Channel 5's Jeff Skrypek is live in suburban West Palm Beach where it all took place. Jeff.
Well, Jay, we're learning tonight the man who was shot and killed here in this parking lot attended Forest Hill High School at one point. Officials say he was pulled out of the school about 2.5 years ago so his parents could homeschool him at home. Now, we also learned that Palm Beach State College, he was enrolled there at the beginning of the year, but then enrolled and then withdrew a few months ago. As for a few feet away from where the shooting took place here in this parking lot, employees here at PBC Credit Union are finally returning to work for the first time since the deadly incident. And today they're facing the reality of how it all could have ended. Days after streets were blocked and sheriff's deputies surrounded the area near Summit and Davis, the parking lot of the credit union where 18-year-old Christopher Thompson was shot and killed after allegedly waving a gun and shooting at deputies first is slowly getting back to normal.
I was surprised because I didn't think our bank. But it's sad.
Sad from an outsider's perspective, but terrifying inside for employees of PBC Credit Union. They had a windows view of it all just feet away from an alleged deadly exchange of gunfire.
I recognize that we could have been dealing with a much worse tragedy that could have unfolded in our office on Friday.
PBC Credit Union CEO John Deese says changes are coming. He says the shooting has forced him to think more cameras, more monitors, maybe even a metal detector. He's even hired a sheriff's deputy until nerves calm.
It's business as usual as best it can be. I mean, recognizing that I've got a lot of people that are emotionally, we've got a lot of emotions, running very high right now.
Deese expects the emotion of it all won't soon change, being that every time his employees enter the parking lot, they'll be reminded of that fateful day.
People are going to be thinking of and always thinking that that potential exists, that, some other thing, could happen.
As for customers,
people have their own way to think and act, so I don't blame my credit union.
They're just thankful they chose a different day to come. Now, the credit union says it's even looking at trimming these tall hedges here to increase safety. Meanwhile, we checked in with investigators today. They say they still know very little about Christopher Thompson and say they don't have a motive at this hour. Live in suburban West Palm Beach, Jeff Skrypek, WPTV News Channel 5.